Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Underrated Sports Show. Yours truly, JT. Channel Underrated Darkness. Welcome, my brother. Co-host, She Stay Sleep. Let's get these announcements out the way and we're going to get this kicked off. Panel needed. So feel free. I got you. Facebook page, yours truly, Jerry Thomas. Facebook group, all in caps, JT MVP, thinking for ourselves. Twitter account, also in caps, at JT Blackman44. Instagram account, lowercast, the Underrated Darkness. Also, I'm in this joint venture. My brother Ernest Jones, AnsonToys.com. Again, AnsonToys.com. All in one, we threw our social media. Wherever you purchase, you get 10% off. And money always flow back in our community, all about economic development in our community. So greatly appreciate. Check us out. Black owned. Also, every Monday, Underrated Sports Show be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, as always, like right now. So every Monday, Underrated Sports Show, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Also, I'm going to be promoting this, and I'm God's willing, I'll be doing it. Midterm elections of our perspective. That'd be sometime November. When I know the dates, I will when I know the date, I'll let you know. So let's sacrifice that night and find out what's going on in our community around this USA. Let's get them likes and the views up on this live stream and my past live stream and videos. Hit the bell when I come with a powerful live stream and video. Welcome, my brother.
Peace. Shout out to everybody out there. Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just just relaxing, getting a few things done around the crib. But shout out to everybody that's out there. Thanks for all the support. It's greatly appreciated. And we back again here, man. Underrated Sports Show. So as soon as possible, let's get to it.
Yes. Before the people full up and then we fill up the panel and everything. What you think about the moves this past weekend in the NBA?
Well, a lot of things has changed, so it's kind of for me because I'm a West Coast type of team guy. I'm a Spurs fan, so it's kind of good. All those trades and all those things didn't go through, so my team still got a chance. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
That's good.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing and a bad thing because I kind of did want to see how things was gonna play itself out too. So but as far as my team still kind of being competitive, it was a good thing.
Yeah, that's cool. I heard they traded Parker to the Hornets.
Now, see, I don't know nothing about that. I've been kind of, I be busy and shit, so I ain't really been able to keep up with the news. But if that happened, I mean, I'm not surprised because Tony Parker, he old. We need some new blood in San Antonio. He can't do it no more. He did it for a long time. So it's about time for him to hang it up, man. About time for him to go to another team. And I mean, I wish if he did go there, I mean, I wish he would have retired a Spur,
Yeah, at least, yeah.
you know? So that's that's one thing I don't like, because I was expecting him to, retire a Spur,
Right.
but he probably going over there because they offering him a nice amount of money, and he just probably going over there to develop those other little guys.
Yeah, that's true. I just got it right here. NBA free agency rumors. Tony Parker Hornets agreed to 2-year deal, $10 million. Since $10 million deal.
See? So $10 million for 2 years, shit. 5 million each year. And they not really expecting too much out of him. It's not like they're expecting him to go over there and win a title for him. He going over there to develop the younger guys.
Mm-hmm.
So for $10 million, shit, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
He an older player. He not gonna go anywhere and get a lot of money anyway. So 10 million is a lot for 2 years.
A lot, yeah. And usually they get the veteran minimum, and that's lower than 10. So that's a bonus he got.
Exactly. They
Yeah.
gave him $10 million because of who he is and what he has accomplished. And they
Mm-hmm.
got the money too. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, at this point, ain't nothing wrong with him playing for the bread, especially if he ain't gotta do as much.
Nah, exactly, right. Exactly. Let me shout out the chat before we continue. Quita, thanks for coming. Bon, hey, Chenny Cat, thank you so much. She shout out to you too, brother. No name Rose D, thank you very much. Very much appreciate ourselves. Thanks for coming. Very much appreciated and stuff. I'll be watching like those summer NBA games, brother. It look all right and everything. I mean, it ain't like but I was watching the Knicks somewhat. That rookie Knox, man, he look all right. He look all right, you know. And then you got the big three. Got the big three. They playing. The older guys are playing stuff like that. So, but tonight we gonna talk about super teams. That means that we could name like my brother, his team is the Spurs, and then he could build a team like from the past era to the new era and add on. We gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna mix it a little here, a little there. So we're gonna wait till people filled up, and then we gonna get this thing going. But I'm gonna name a team right now. Let me see. Nah, let me see. I'm gonna start off to people coming. See what you think about. I'm gonna say Golden State Warriors. Okay, and I'm gonna say um my big man is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The point I'm gonna do it like this: Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Pat Magic play the point. Jordan play the shooting guard. The power forward. The power forward I put to the Bill Walton. Bill Walton. And the shooting guard I'm gonna put Scottie Pittman. And the ones come off the bench is Moses Malone, Mark Jackson, um, Mark Aguirre, and those the other six. I already got a center. I need a power forward. Karl Malone, James Worthy. Let's see who else. I think I need two more people. Charles Barkley, and I need a shooter. Let me see what shooter I'm gonna pick. Reggie Miller. What you think about that?
Well, that's definitely a super team. You know that. Yeah, that's a stacked team, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a stacked team. You know, um, it's definitely some all-time greats. You know,
Mm-hmm.
all-time great players in there. So you can't really go wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I like this little concept that we could just play with a little while tonight with the super teams.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hopefully we could get some participation.
Yeah.
So y'all do me a favor and put y'all super teams in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely read it out and we'll comment on what y'all super teams are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do that for us. That'll be cool. That way we could get into, some of y'all super teams.
Right. Exactly. Good point. And the ones that is in the chat right now, if y'all know basketball, y'all can put your super teams in right now. Y'all don't have to wait. No. So what about you, brother?
Well, my super team will be my my starting center will be um um Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
My starting power forward will be Tim Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
My small forward, my starting small forward will be um let me see. Um Damn. I don't know who would be my starting small forward. Um but my starting shooting guard will be it'll be Mike, I'm gonna say either Jordan or LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
And my point would be Isaiah Thomas. My
Mm.
my point would be Isaiah Thomas. Now my backup point guard be either Magic or John Stockton.
Mm.
My backup shooting guard would probably be my backup shooting guard would probably be um I'm gonna say Penny Hardaway. Um my backup small uh um be, I must say, um, damn, small forward is always a hard position.
It is.
Cause a lot of the good small forwards could either be small forwards or shooting guards too.
Yeah.
So but I'm gonna definitely have to say Big Shot Bob.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to say Big Shot Bob, Robert Horry. I gotta put him in there. He's a legend. Um, my backup behind Duncan will have to be Karl Malone for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And behind Shaq, I will have to say Wilt.
Oh.
Wilt the Stilt.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Okay. Now the ones who just came in, we doing super teams in basketball. So anybody wanna set up a super team? It could be any team, any ever setup. Y'all can put it in the chat, and we can talk about it. Welcome, Yahweh Yasu, and welcome, Sister Lovely K. Welcome to the chat. We waiting for some more people to get on, so we can fill up the panel. And we're gonna have some fun. Let me see. I'm gonna pick a team. Now I ain't pick the Knicks. I'm gonna pick a I ain't pick a new team. Oh, what's that? What's that? What team I'm gonna pick? Nah, I ain't gonna touch the Lakers. Casimir G, what's good, bro? Welcome. Let me see. What team I'm going to pick? Um, what's that team? Which team? I'm gonna say the Sixers. My super team of the Sixers, I gotta put Dr. J. Nah, scratch that, scratch that. I'm taking it back. When the New Jersey, when the Brooklyn Nets used to before that was New Jersey and after that was New York Nets. I'm taking it back. I'm taking New York Nets, putting in NBA. That's what I'm going to. Yeah, I'm changing it up. So I'll put Dr. J at my small forward, power forward. That's going to see. Fuck it, I'm going out. Power forward, I'm gonna put Bill Russell, Wilt in the middle. My shooting guard, my point guard is gonna be Oscar Robertson. And my shooting guard is going to be Joe Dumars. Then my bench, it would be Patrick Ewing in the middle. Small forward would be Charles Barkley. The power forward, let me see. Otis Thorpe. The shooting guard, forward, small forward would be Alice English. And the point guard would be Tim Hardaway. Then the other two, I put like Dan Marley, Jason Richardson, and What's the other one I put? Damn, what's that name? I keep on slipping on my name. Chris Mellon.
That's fire. That's fire. I like how you mixed it up too.
Mm-hmm.
That's fire. I was gonna name Tim Hardaway too.
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with Tim Hardaway. I like Tim Hardaway.
Yeah. Welcome to the chat. Anybody have a super team that they want to name? I'm talking about the starters and even the bench. Y'all can put them in the chat. All right. Zeus the Flipper one. Thanks for coming. Brother Rob. What's good? Brother Rob, hold on. Cause you coming to the panel. We gonna get you on. And Casimir G, if you want to get on, let me know. You can put your email in and I get you on. That's up to you. So hold on, brother Rob. Hold on, brother Rob. Nope. Mm-hmm. All right, brother Rob, watch out for it. I'm just saying it. All right, I got you. Brother Rob's grilling it up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yo, do you let me ask you a question, brother. Do you know about the UFC?
A little something.
You know something? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Sister Lovely said we got to talk about UFC and stuff. Like we gonna jump in. We gonna jump into that shit. We gonna jump into that, Sister Lovely.
Yeah, I know a lot of the older guys in the UFC because I started watching the UFC like at the beginning stages,
Right.
you know. So I know like a lot of the UFC guys that transitioned from wrestling into the UFC. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we could talk about the UFC. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I love the UFC.
Yeah, we gonna
I
definitely
love to watch it.
yeah, we gonna talk about that too, sister. So man, we touch on a little bit tonight. Never know, never know. But hold on, sis. We glad you come and stuff like that. Oh, we might touch a little something tonight. Never know. But let me see. Zeus the Flipper one. If you know any super teams that you want to develop, put it in the chat so we will talk about it. What's up, Nick Eady? Nikki, welcome. I think you like basketball, so if you know any team that that you want to form up and stuff, it could be any team. We talking about the past era and this era. You can mix it up. So make it so bad, let's touch on that right now, brother, of the UFC before we get back into it. Before Brother Rock gets on the panel and stuff. What do you, what people that you like of the UFC that you like that make the transition to the wrestler to
Well,
UFC?
well, a lot of those guys they started out in the UFC, then they went to wrestling, then they went back to UFC. Guys like Ken Shamrock,
Mm-hmm.
um Dan the Beast Severin,
Mm-hmm.
um Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar. Yeah, Robert Brown said that in the chat. Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
Um, who else? But besides that, I like because it was only a couple of them who did it. But I like Nick Diaz.
Yeah, I like Nick Diaz. Yeah.
He tough. He tough. I just like to watch him because all his fights just be bloody. Um, I like Rampage Jackson.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say Rampage Jackson too.
Yeah, I like Rampage. Um, I like um I like the Gracie brothers.
Yeah,
Hoist Gracie.
yeah.
Um, I like who are some of these other guys, man?
Robert
Damn.
Brown said Kimball Slice.
Yeah, but he was like a flop, man. I was expecting more from Kimbo.
I did too. Yeah.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace
Rest in
too.
peace, no doubt. Rest in peace.
Um, who else? I like Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
I like Chuck Liddell.
Mhm.
Um, um, who else? I don't really like what's the name? The dude who fought I don't really like Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
The
he
dude who fought Floyd, I don't really like him.
yeah, he corny.
Yeah, I never really liked him. Like to me, I think Dana White just was using him for like marketing and business wise. He's more of a good businessman.
Yeah.
But like as far as watching him fight, he's boring to me. He's corny. Um, who was my man?
I
John
like
Jones.
John Jones. I was
John
ready to say that.
Jones. That's
Love
my man. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. John Jones. Who was the other dude, man? My other dude, the bald headed dude. The
Oh,
bald
from
headed
Brazil, right? He
yeah,
from
that
Brazil.
the bald headed black dude they used to do that kick. That was my boy. Till he
Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva. Yep. Till he
Yeah.
got knocked out.
Yeah, not but
That
you
was
know
my
what's
boy.
crazy though? But what's crazy though, he was like a war, but he was too cocky. But I see this motherfucker knock motherfuckers out, going backwards, left punch. I'm like, get the fuck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anderson, that was my favorite.
That
Oh
was
my.
my guy. Yeah, he that was my
Ooh.
dude. That's my
Anybody,
dude right there.
yeah. Anybody, I used to watch Rampage Jackson, Anderson Silva, um, Chuck Liddell. There's one more. Oh man, what's that much? One more. Oh my god. Well, anyway, when they come, when they be on it, that's when I watch UFC. Other oh yeah, John Jones. Them. If they not on it, I'm not watching UFC.
You know who else was in wrestling for a little while that came from the USC? Tank Abbott.
Yeah.
Tank Abbott.
Tank Abbott used to put motherfuckers on their
Yeah,
ass.
he had them
Ooh,
hands. He had them hands.
ooh,
He was one of
hands.
them big country dudes.
Oh
He got
yeah.
them hands. And he
Oh,
could take a punch.
we could take a point. But you know, they got somebody else like that right now. I forgot this one. Yo, he got a little stomach, but he can move though. Yo, he can. Oh my god, he got mittens. I call him he got iron mittens. He be like poop poop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, I forgot his name though. I said his name, you will know what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness, man. I'm
But
like,
see, all those guys that you name, they pretty much like they like the older class now. It's a lot of new guys now.
yeah, right.
I kind of fell off for the UFC a little bit. Like the guys we naming, they like older guys. They
Older
got
guy.
a whole new league now.
Yeah.
And I know who was that in the chat who brought it up?
Well,
What's
what?
her name? Who brought up the UFC? The
Oh,
lady who brought up the UFC?
sister, Lovely K.
Oh yeah, she sound like a UFC fan, so she probably know all the new guys. Cause I
Mm-hmm.
know now it's a whole bunch of new guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cause if I'm not mistaken, I think they put John Jones out of the UFC
Who?
for John Jones because he got caught up
Drugs.
on drugs and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got caught up at least about 2 or 3 times.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was suspended for a while the second time they caught him. So I don't think he in the UFC no more. And a lot of them older guys like Chuck Liddell and them, they don't really fight no more. They older now.
Nah.
They don't really fight no more. Rampage, he do movies. He don't fight no more.
Yeah, he do movies now. He get paid too. He do movies.
Yeah, yeah. And Rampage last fight, I think he got knocked out too,
Yeah, he
if
got
I'm not
knocked.
mistaken.
Yeah, he got knocked the hell out. Y'all seen it? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what fucked up Anderson Silva. Once Anderson Silva got knocked out, nobody wanted to really see Anderson Silva no more.
No, no. Mm-hmm.
That's how I did. That's how I know you. I noticed how it is in the UFC too.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like wrestling.
Yeah,
Everybody who like you for being a certain type of way, once you lose, it's like people leave you alone after that. Like your stock go down. That's
mm-hmm.
why Conor McGregor was able to fight Floyd because he was the hottest person in the UFC for the last couple of years. He
Right,
has a very big fan base. A lot of people come out and spend money with the UFC just to watch him fight.
right, exactly.
So that's why really the McGregor and the Floyd fight really wasn't about boxing versus the UFC. It was about money. It was a business move for the UFC
Right,
because even though Floyd won and he got most of the money, but think about how much millions Dana White got
yeah,
because him and Connor split the bag.
yeah, it did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that brought a lot of money to the UFC. And that's what Dana White always wanted. Because for a long time, people loved the UFC, but those guys wasn't getting paid a lot of money.
It wasn't, no, it
You
wasn't.
know, them fights, those fights, some of the best fights, man, them dudes wasn't really getting paid.
Yeah,
Them dudes was getting paid under $100,000 a fight.
mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
in the beginning, they was getting paid like 10,000.
right, exactly. Yeah,
Because they didn't have the sponsorship and none of that stuff that they have now. So
yeah,
Conor McGregor he's a businessman. That's how I look at him.
yeah,
I
he's a
don't really I don't really like him as a fighter. He's a great businessman though.
mm-hmm.
And he
Yeah,
brought a lot of money to the UFC
he bought
just
a
with
lot.
that Floyd Mayweather fight.
Yeah, and even before that, Addison Silva bought a lot of money too. Because a lot
Yeah,
of
he
people
did.
notice wherever Addison Silva, I'm gonna read the comps in a few, but wherever Addison, if you know undercard, it wasn't hardly nobody in them seats. When Addison Silva fought, it was filled up just like that.
Yeah, because just like boxing, the UFC has a lot of it's very big in foreign countries, overseas. UFC is very big overseas. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of these guys when they fight, they bring their whole goddamn village out. When Conor
Yeah,
McGregor fight, half
yeah,
of the goddamn seats be filled up with his people.
yeah, exactly.
He's bringing out damn near half of a goddamn country.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When Anderson Silva used to fight, he used to have at least 5,000 people in there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At
Yes,
least.
at least, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you putting asses in them seats like that, man, you get paid.
You get paid, yeah.
That's why he was one of the top fighters for a long time too. A lot of that stuff really matters too. It's not just a sport. It's the sports. It's the sport business. People forget that, man. I never forget that.
Yeah, you gotta forget that's true.
You know,
Yeah.
when you
Yeah,
putting asses in them seats, man, they're going to prop you up. They're going to.
yeah.
They're going to. Just like John Jones. People wanted to come see John Jones. That's why John Jones was the champion. That's why he made a lot of money and all that shit.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Let me read this comment. P Money said he was a bar fighter just like Tank Abbott. Sister Love said, I fell off, but the only sport I engage in. Okay, nothing wrong with that. P Money said the best fighter in UFC gets no love whatsoever is Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. He is very underrated. Yes, I agree totally. And he just win nothing but belts. You are absolutely right, P Money. Yeah. And
Yeah, he right. He right. That's one of
absolutely.
them new dude. That's that new black dude. He be knocking everybody out.
And he's a well-rounded fighter. He's submissing you too. He become well-rounded. I like him. Nick Diaz type, yeah. But one thing I like about Nick Diaz, he be getting hit though to him. But if you don't put him out, he will put you out. He will put you out.
Facts. That boy could take a punch. Nick Diaz is a dude you don't want to fight on the street.
You don't, nah.
Because y'all gonna be fighting for about 10 minutes. And a 10-minute fight is long as a motherfucker. Most fights don't last 90 seconds. He will fight you for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You can't punch him all in his face. Dudes hit him with all they shit. He bleed and stand in there and keep fighting. That's what I like about Nick Diaz. He a warrior.
Yeah, exactly. And yo, you gotta knock.
He wins fights with both of his eyes shut. Black and blue, whole face swollen, bleeding, everything. He still win the fight. Choke you out. That's what I love. That's why I like watching the UFC. That's what I like watching it. I don't like to watch it for knockouts. I like to see the brawling. I like to see that. The UFC is a gladiator sport. That's a gladiator sport.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do like the knockout, but I like submission too. I like the strategy on it, and you just like, oh, I'm gonna choke you out. I'm gonna break your I'm gonna break that knees. Oh, I like to tap you like tap. Wait, that's it. And sometimes the ref don't see it. He's like, yeah. I like stuff like that. Yeah. But we all talk UFC. We gonna talk about UFC and super teams of the NBA. We gonna talk about that too. We gonna jump on both of them tonight. Because there are some people that like it. So we gonna chime into that because I miss watching UFC too. Oh yeah, Rashad Evans. That's the name I was talking about. Rashad Evans used to he's a fight. Yo, he used to get his too.
Yeah, Rashad Evans is a beast.
He's a
Rashad Evans. I think Rashad Evans beat Rampage, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the chat room, but I believe he fought Rampage Jackson and beat him.
He did. I watched it. He did. I mean, and he's one of the few that fought light heavyweight, and he was beating heavyweights. One time he had belts in 2 different weight classes.
Yeah, Rashad Evans is nice with them hands, boy.
Nice hands.
And then when he gets you on that mat, night.
Yeah, and
night.
Yeah, he's very fundamentally sound, and his kicks is lethal too.
Lethal.
Oh,
lethal. He will kick your head off.
Oh my God, he go to the fight.
I forgot about Rashad Evans, and what I like about Rashad Evans too, he's small. He real short.
Yeah,
he's not a tall guy.
He's not, but he's quick. But he's very fast though, and he's strong too. He's strong too.
Facts. That's how he beat Rampage. He made Rampage tap out.
Yup,
Because Rampage If people notice, Rampage is not good on the mat. Once you get Rampage on his back, he turned into a turtle.
He turned a turtle. Yeah, but Rampage, but one
He's
thing
not good on his back.
yeah,
But if you
Rampage,
keep him standing up on his feet,
yeah.
you might go to sleep.
Oh yeah, Rampage excellent boxer. He put your ass out of them hands though. You can't
And he's
use
a good wrestler. He'll slam the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I done saw Rampage knock dudes out with a slam. He slammed this one dude on his back. Dude ain't get up. He knocked all the air out of him. Rampage is a strong dude. You gotta, that's how you get Rampage. You attack them legs.
Yeah. Because he did have skinny legs. That's what it was. You know, yeah. Yeah, brother Rob, I seen the link. Let me know you got it. So you just come up. You got it, just come on. Yeah, but you know, but if you know back in the them days, right? It was rivalries though. But them motherfuckers would fight for championships though. Or mandatories too. You know?
Yeah, yeah, they were. They were. They were. Now, but see, now that the UFC got more money and things are a little more structured, you know, it's not easy to fight for no belts no more. It's like you really gotta work your way up now.
Yeah.
You really gotta work your way up and fight your way through shit. Where before, you know, back in them days, it was only a couple of people in each weight class.
Yeah.
So it was easy. You beat 2, 3 guys, or you beat 2 guys that's known.
Yeah.
You fighting for a belt after that. It's a little different now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Because there's more and more people every year coming into the UFC. The UFC is very big now.
It is, y'all. UFC, yeah, they very big. Yo, you remember Rossi got her ass kicked? I remember I seen that shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. She definitely got her ass whooped. And that's what I like too. There's a lot more women coming in too now.
Yeah.
And I need to start paying more attention to that.
Yeah.
Cause I definitely like them too. I like to see that.
Yeah.
You know?
Holly Holm. Yeah, I remember I seen that for Holly Holm. And I was telling people, I said, you know, Holly gonna beat her. Why do you say that? I said, because Holly could kick and she could punch. Rossi, she's good, but like she got mins, but Holly, she got that leverage. And Holly would put mittens on, pop, kicking. I was like, yeah, Holly Holmes. Yup. I said, what do you mean? I said, she gonna knock out. It's gonna take time, but I ain't thought it was gonna go that quick. And then after Holly Holmes beat her, there was a Hispanic, then it was I don't think she was from South America, and she did her and I said, dang, I forgot her name and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, but before Brother Rob, you get on, let me press that. We're gonna talk about the UFC off and on, but anybody, you talking about super teams of any era, you know, set up your super teams, put it in the chat. It could be any era of the players. It doesn't make a difference. It could be Golden State, it could be San Antonio, it could be the Knicks, it could be New Jersey, whatever it is. We, you know, set up your teams in the chat. I'll be checking it out. Me and Ds1 will check it out. Then we will talk about it. And also we be talking about the UFC too. So sit back, relax, and everything. And, you know, if anything y'all know about, you know, UFC, let us know. The '09 Celtics. Robert Brown, we talking. Oh, now so we talking about super teams. We done. We talking about switching it up. All right. Pick any player of the old era into the new era. That's how we want to. That's how we play. Welcome, IC. Thanks for coming, Robert Brown. Thanks for coming. You know, Barcelona dreams.
What we want to do with I'm gonna explain it a little better for
Yeah, go
for
ahead.
everybody in the chat. The concept of us talking about super teams is not for you to pick a team that you think is a super team, but to create a super team.
Thank you.
We want y'all to create your own super team and for y'all to use players from the past and from the present. We want y'all to create a super team. Not just name a team that you think was a great team of a certain year, but we want y'all to create your own.
Right.
Just to be clear, family.
Yes.
Shout out to my brother Rob. What's going on, brother Rob?
Man, peace, good brother, man. I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good, bro. I was listening to y'all. I don't know a whole lot about the UFC, but I love pure boxing. So I never really got into the UFC. You know what I'm saying? So I was just sitting back and listening and was actually learning some shit. You know what I'm saying? But man, peace to you, good brother. Peace to you, JT.
As always.
Yes, sir. But if we was talking about super teams, man, I love this topic, dog. You know what I'm saying? At first I had it misconfused. I had it I was misinformed. I was confused. I was gonna say I felt like it was a super team, they just never made it. Was that Dallas Mavericks team that kept losing to the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? They
Oh,
had they had Roy Tarpley and you know what I'm saying, Johnson and you know what I'm saying, them dudes was cold, man, but they just couldn't get past Magic Johnson and them Lakers. But now that I understand it better, man, bro, I could put a super team together that couldn't get beat. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, dog. You know what I'm saying?
let's go.
All right, so this would be my starting five, right? This would be my starting
No,
five.
but you gotta name it. You gotta name a team though. It could be any team name in the NBA.
Yeah. So it'll be the Houston Rockets.
Okay.
And then I have Elijah Wan as my center. I put Chris Webber at the power forward, Scottie Pippen at the small forward. I put Jordan at the two. And then my one guard, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people might be surprised about this, but Rod Strickland, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that team could get beat because they play on both ends. You know what I'm saying? Man, bro, you couldn't put a team together better than that, man, in my opinion. Because they gonna play fast, they can shoot, you know what I'm saying? They gonna shed a ball. Man, dude, they
Yeah.
couldn't get beat.
Oh yeah. But you gotta finish the team, brother Rob. You gotta finish your bench. P
Oh,
Money,
okay.
the full roster. P Money. Yes.
All right, so damn. So you mean like name another 7 players to put on the
Yeah.
squad?
Yep. That's how yeah,
Oh
that's
shit,
how we
bro.
do it.
Oh shit. So off the bench, backing up Chris Webber, I had Rasheed Wallace, you know what I'm saying? And then backing up Scottie Pippen, I would either have uh I mean, man, dude, I was just a big fan of his. But Bernard King, dog, I felt like Bernard King, you couldn't stop him once he got it rolling. You know what I'm saying? So you could put Bernard King at the 3 or the 2. You know what I'm saying? And then coming off the bench behind Jordan, just a change of pace guard. You know what I'm saying? But somebody that's a deadly shooter too. Man, I put Klay Thompson in there. You know what I'm saying? I love Klay Thompson game. He don't need the ball. All you have to do is just throw it to him anywhere. He could get his shot off the dribble, but you could throw it to him anywhere. He could just put that motherfucker up right there. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
my point guard off the bench, I either have man, it's kind of a toss up, Joe. I have Chris Jackson or I have Kenny Anderson. You know what I'm saying? Coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Cause I mean, I just Kenny Anderson game was so smooth, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Man, I love that man game, Joe. It was so smooth, and you couldn't really guard him, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm tripping, man. Scratch both of them. Baron Davis coming off my bench, dog. Hell yeah. I got Baron Davis coming off my bench.
All
Yeah,
right.
that'll be my super team, and then now I have them coming out of Houston.
Okay, that's good. Now, I got to check. I got to check. Robert Brown says of the Knicks, Magic Johnson at point guard, Jordan at shooting guard, LeBron at small forward, Elijah Wan power forward, Shaq at center, and the team. But Robert Brown, I want you to name the bench too. The rest of the seven. So get the seven up there too. I want you to name the whole team, not just the starting five. Okay, P Money. They say P Money says Magic Johnson at the point, MJ 2, KG at the 3, 4, KG at the 4, and Kareem at the 5. P Money again. I want y'all to get the bench too, not just the starting five and everything. Sister Lovely K said, Brother Raw, are you from Chicago?
Yes, ma'am. I am from Chicago. I'm a Southside 079 goon. You know what I'm saying? But
All
yeah,
right.
I'm from Chicago though.
Okay. P Money said, okay. So I guess that's your bench. P Money, let me know. It's LBJ, Kobe, Ron Artist, Shaq, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, and the Big O. Oh, you talking about Oscar Robertson? Oh, all right. All right, all right, all right. Okay.
Well, brother Rob, your team is elite. See, that's damn, man. See, like when I was thinking of my team, man, I couldn't get like them type of players, like Rod Strickland, like them type of players, man, is like to me, those guys are like tacticians on the court.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like them dudes mastered the fundamentals of the game. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's why the game was so different to me. And I
Mm-hmm.
never like guys like that. I used to I liked Rod Strickland, Kevin Johnson. Like I like those types of players because to me, like they kind of flew under the radar as far as superstardom.
Mm-hmm.
But them guys, like those is to me, like at their positions, man, those were some of the best guys, man. Like them type of dudes, some of the best, man.
And then and go more on your brother Rob and your point, DS1. And it's very subtly that you find guards that back that time they was two-way guards. They led the lead in scoring, steals, sometimes of the other point guard category, rebounds and stuff. So I ain't mean to just the NBA right now, but I don't see no guards that two-way play. I think the last one that I really, really see, and even the ones who wasn't superstar either, but I think the last one I see was like that to me was Jason Kidd.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like Derrick Rose was fashioning himself behind guys like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, he had to do everything when he came here to Chicago. And like, here in the city, you always playing on that concrete. You know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't even open the gyms for us, dog, on Saturdays, you know what I'm saying? Because of all of the riffraff, you see what I mean? So we was happy to play on the concrete. So that's why you will see guys from Chicago, they first couple of years in the league, they gonna be a little hurt up because you know what I'm saying, we played on the concrete all them years. Like, man, I blew my Achilles out a couple of years ago, you know what I'm saying? Like it catch up with you, you know? So but like, getting back on them guys, man. Look, bro, uh Baron Davis before his injuries, bro, it was no stopping the man. You know what I'm saying? It was no stop. You could not stop him. You could hope that maybe he was gonna be missing, but you wasn't gonna stop him. You know what I'm saying? Rod Strickland, bro, he controlled the flow of the game. I love guards like that. Rod Strickland. Rod Strickland was like a better version of Mark Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chris Jackson. He had changed his name. But dude, that dude, man, you couldn't stop him, bro. You couldn't stop him. Like if he got it going, it wasn't no stopping him. For a couple of years, Fat Lever was like that. Used to play for the Denver Nuggets. The white boy used to play for Cleveland. For a couple of years, Mark Price, he was like that. I mean the guards in the NBA back in the day, you had to be more skilled. You know what I'm saying? And you had to be more fundamentally skilled because it was less teams. So I'm not trying to put anybody in the NBA down. These guys is the best of the best of the best in the world playing that game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not putting them down, but what I'm saying is that the league was way more concentrated before they expanded to them couple of teams, and you would notice like league wide percentages went down. People wasn't breaking records and shit like that no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. It's just hard. It's hard to imagine because it wasn't no pushover teams. Like you know what I mean? Like when the Bulls was winning them championships, it wasn't no pushover teams. Like one night you got to play Milwaukee with Ricky Pierce and all of them. And then the next night you got to play Cleveland with Brad Doherty and them. And then the next night you got to play Charlotte with Larry Johnson and Mourning. And then the next night you got to play Miami and with Ronnie Cycli and them. Man, dude, it was just tough games every night. It's not like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Some games you just know if you go into Sacramento, you're going to probably beat them because they don't have a person like a Mitch Richmond no more. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Let me read these comments. P Money said, that's my that's all right, that's my bitch. Okay. Sister Lovey K said, I could tell you say Joe. That's to you, brother Rod, good brother Rod, when you talk. I'm from West Burbs. And P Money said Rod Strickland was my favorite point guard for Portland until Dame came and killed the position. Robert Brown said off the bench is Latrell Springwell, Tony Snell, Kawhi Leonard, Blake Griffin, Bill Russell at center. P Money said just like Steve Francis, he was unguardable. That is true. Robert Brown said Tracy McGrady was on Jordan level before the injury. Now, I gotta think on that. I know Trace McGrady, he was, but I'm talking. Well, that's like okay. Also, P Money said he was an original Uber athlete. Number one, he was the beast, and Big L says, "Yo, darkness is back. Thanks for coming, Big L." Now I'm gonna name another team. Oh man, let me see. I'm gonna pick the Indiana Pacers. Yeah, I'm gonna show Indiana. I'm gonna show some Indiana some love. You know what? Now you know what? Now I'll do Indiana. I'm gonna show Chicago some love because I feel some Chicago flavor up in here. With cheesesteak, with pizza and all that. I'm gonna show Chicago some love here. Yeah, I'm gonna show Chicago some love. All right, Chicago Bulls. Let me see. Chicago, Illinois. I'm gonna pick French Lick, Larry Bird, small forward. All right, my power forward. Power forward, I would pick. My power forward. What I would pick my power forward. Oh man, that is a lot. Let me see. Powerful. Now you know what? I get back to the power forward. My center be Moses Malone. Shooting guard. It would be Mitch Richmond. And shooting guard would be Jerry West. Now get back to the power forward. Dave Cowens. That's all right. Now my center, Artist Gilmore, he played with Chicago Bulls back then. Got shown love. Chicago Artist Gilmore. Dave Thompson, Skywalker. People don't know back in the 70s. Skywalker. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let me see. What's the point guard? Mark Price. He can shoot, and he not distribute the ball. So I pick Mark Price. Let me see. Let me go back. Let me see. God, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna show Darryl Dawkins some love. Fuck that. I want some. I'm gonna give the great Darryl Dawkins some love. Yeah, I'm gonna show Dawkins some love. Dan Issel. Now people don't know Dan Issel. He played Kentucky way back in the days. He played for Denver in the 70s or the 80s. Yo, one of the underrated shooting power forwards in the game at the time. Dan Issel, he was rugged. He grabbed rebounds. He could shoot. Dan Issel would shoot your lights out. Dan Issel. Let me see who else I'm going to pick. Then after that, I picked Derrick Rose.
You sure you don't want to throw Dominique Wilkins on your team, man?
I already picked Dominique.
All right. What about Sean Kemp?
I already picked Sean Kemp.
Dang.
I did that already.
Dang.
That's my team for Chicago.
All right.
Line them up. Windy City, woo! Because I got shooters. I got high flyers. What's up? Windy City, let's go.
I just feel like over time, sometimes people forget how dominant Dominique was. Like, just like Jordan, everybody knew that he was about to get the ball and that he really didn't shoot the jumper reliably. And that man, as awkward as he was, found the way to get all the way to the hole and dunk on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Man, Nick was that nigga, bro. He was that nigga.
Yeah, and you go more, you put this too. Of the 50th best, when they picked back in '96, Dominique should have got that spot instead of Scottie Pippen. I think they gave Scottie Pippen too quick. They left Dominique off.
Yeah, Scottie Pippen was dominant for like 10 years defensively, bro. Like he was on the all defensive team like 12, 13 times in his career.
Yeah,
so
but I understand that, but he's been in the league like going on 9 years. And I feel that I said Dominic did enough to be on the 50th best. And I feel that, like, you know, I just feel that Dominic should have been instead of Scotty. I knew Scotty was going to be an all-time great. There's no doubt about it. I just feel that Dominic should have been there.
Damn, you sure Dominique wasn't on the top 50?
He wasn't.
Damn. I didn't know that. All right. I didn't know that. I thought he was in the top 50.
No, he wasn't.
Well, he was definitely one of the top small forwards when I was coming up. You know.
Oh, definitely. You know. Definitely. You know, when he got hurt in '92, oh, he was on his way being the MVP. In what I see.
I mean, him and Isaiah Thomas with those Achilles injuries, man, that kind of, short circuited their career. And it's just a real tough injury to come back from. So I hope Boogie Cousins, man, I pray that brother can come back strong and be himself after the injury. I mean, they've made a lot of advances in the medicine and in the surgery, but it's a really tough injury to come back from. Even with physical therapy, I'm just not as fast as I used to be, period. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I still give it to you though. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I will. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just not as fast as I used to be. That's all.
Yeah, that's true. All right, DS1, you next. Anybody else on the chat? Go right ahead.
Well, I'm gonna say. Well, I'm gonna say. What team I'm gonna pick? I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Phoenix.
Oh,
I gotta. I gotta have. I gotta have Kevin Johnson. That's my boy KJ.
mm-hmm.
He's he was just like I love like when he used to turn up. I like them type of dudes, man. I like them dudes where they got that when they turn up, they be on some bullshit. So Kevin Johnson, um I gotta put Charles Barkley. I gotta put my boy Thunder Dan. Um I'ma say I'ma say um I'ma add Clyde Drexler.
Oh,
Um I'ma say David Robinson and who else? Who would I put in the middle? I'll put I'll put
About to say, if you
um
need a phone a friend, I'm right here, brother.
um 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 I'ma say I'm trying to see who will be real. I'll hey I'll put Robert Parrish
yeah. Nothing wrong with
down
that.
with down with them. And I would say coming off the bench, I would my backup point would be my backup point would be Sam Cassell.
Oh, okay.
Um I'll pick Ray Allen from the Bucks.
Right,
That Ray Allen.
right.
Um I will pick I will have Xavier McDaniels.
Oh, you mean
Um
Seattle, right? Seattle one, right?
yeah, Seattle one.
Okay.
I have Alonzo Mourning and and you know who somebody used to sleep on a lot? PJ Brown.
Right. Okay.
And PJ Brown.
Okay. That's the that sound like that's the team. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. All right.
That's a solid it's a different type of squad, but it's a solid team.
Yeah. And also it's an excellent defensive team too.
Oh,
Man,
definitely.
if I could do man's over, I'd do man's with like players that was cold but people never talk about, you know what I'm saying? From the past. That was cold. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah. Talk about them.
Yeah, while you was talking, I'm sitting there like, damn, I forgot about him. I forgot about him.
Yeah.
So at point, and he is currently still the #1 steal leader in the NBA history, John Stockton, right? He'll be my point. Then at two guard, right? I had Terry Porter, bro.
Mm.
Terry Porter hit more big shots in the playoffs. He like damn near equal to like Reggie Miller and shit. You know what I'm saying? Right? And then at three, Joe, I have, what I'm saying, either James Worthy or Cliff Robinson. You know what I'm saying? People already kind of know about Mullen, so that's why I ain't throw Mullen in there. You know what I'm saying? But either, Cliff Robinson, Mullen, or and Barkley too. Barkley was dominant. You know what I'm saying? I think you said Barkley though. But that power forward dog, man, Tom Chambers, dog.
Oh yeah.
Damn. I'm like, how did I forget about Tom Chambers? He was the original stretch four. He would catch that shit in the post, take two dribbles and be at the 3-point line and be running down the floor before the ball go through the net. Tom Chambers was a bad boy, man. Tom Chambers was a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? And then at the center position, man, look, dog, if that man never would have got on cocaine, that nigga would have been in every record book and everywhere. Roy Tarpley, bro.
Oh yeah, he was well rounded too.
Yes, man. Roy
What
Tarpley,
he
the man
cannot
could do
do.
he could do everything. He was hitting his free throws. He was unguardable in the post, sort of like Elijah Wan. He boarded out like Moses Malone. He threw it ahead, you know what I'm saying, man? And he was mobile, you know what I'm saying?
And he could block. And you know what? He's an excellent shot blocker. And
Right,
also, a lot of people don't understand. Topley could pass too.
right, right.
Yeah.
Man, that cocaine is a powerful drug, man. I mean, it fucked
Oh
him
yeah,
up,
yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
But
right.
Roy Tarpley was
Yeah,
he
you
was a
right.
bad boy.
Because if he would never got on it, we would have told him right now he would have been an all-time great. Because he was virtually unstoppable. Ain't none what he cannot. I'm like, God, I remember he played against the Lakers. It's like Kareem could not hold him. He was shooting jump shots, setting up plays, blocks. I'm like, but he couldn't stay off the coke.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cocaine is a powerful drug.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I just hate that I forgot about Tom Chambers and Cliff Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that I forgot about them when I had brought it up.
Okay. Anybody in the chat that want to name their super team? It could be any era, and it could be any team. It cannot be the same team. But pick any player of any era, and there's got to be a start five plus the bench. So now get back to me. See how you like this. I'm going to pick Atlanta Hawks. I'm going to put Dominique, my power. I'm going to put him at small. Josh Howard, the lefty, the one used to be in the league. I'm picking him. What his last name is? Josh.
Was it Josh Smith?
Yep, that's it. Josh Smith. Josh Smith, my power. Um, let's see. My shooting guard is Sidney Mountcrete. And the point guard, I will already pick Austin Russell. I can't pick him. Already put Jerry Wilson. Let's see. Damn, what's that point guard? I used to see him. He was nasty, though. What's that point guard? Ward Clyde Frazier. That's my starting five. Now off the bench. Off the bench, I said Pat, so I can't use Pat. I put Patrick Doyle. Rick Smith, my center. Rick Smith with Vince Carter. Let's see. The small forward. The small forward. Devlin Shrimp. Then the power forward, I got Sean Kemp. And the alternate, I put in Larry Johnson, and who in the last one I would pick. Who I would pick? Who I would pick? Fuck it, I like Andrew Toney. That's my team.
All right. You know, and you know, I know that tonight that was tonight's topic, but this show just came across my mind. You know, do y'all look at baseball and everything, right? You a baseball fan?
I watch
Me, not too much. No.
But yeah, man, I'm a baseball fan, and I used to coach Little League. Man, I'm gonna try to start me up a Little League in my city or whatever next year. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm a baseball fan. I'm a Cubs fan. I know I'm from the South Side and all of that, but when the Cubs traded for Andre Dawson, man, Joe, I've been a Cubs fan ever since. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of dated myself or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you know, getting back to some hooping, you know, Ds1, let it be known. You know, Brother Rob went up there to NY this weekend, right? You know, and I was telling JT yesterday, you know what I'm saying? I went over there to Grant Projects right off of 125th, right? They was hooping in the back. I gave it to them boys real quick, you know what I'm saying? Just wanted to let you know that. They was going to 16, and I think I scored 10. You know what I'm saying? Right, straight up. So let it be
Oh,
known. You know
shit.
what I'm saying? '07 Nash Chicago, we went up there and represented real quick and got up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But our main man, you know what I'm saying? We take hooping serious here. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be weak. If you weak, everybody gonna talk about you to the point where you gonna give up the game. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody know who everybody is. It's a real small circle. And the guys that take hooping serious and make it to that level, it's a real small circle. And I'm proud to say that I'm you know involved in a circle, if not, you know, because I don't want to make it seem like I was some kind of superstar or something. But the guys from my area, you know what I'm saying, I hoop with all of them, and we went back and forth at each other, and you know, just letting niggas know, yeah, I could hoop for real. I'll come to your city and, you know, do it in front of you live, you know, so however you want to do it, you know what I'm saying? You know. But
Nah, that's a good thing, man, because I watched a documentary before where they were showing guys from different cities competing, competing with each other, coming up to New York and dudes from Chicago, dudes from Cali, and dudes from Detroit. Like it's a lot of other cities where dudes could really play ball, man. And coming from New York, being that New York is so competitive and we got a lot of good players all around the city. So growing up, it was kind of like, we always thought we was the best. But when I was watching that documentary and I was watching them New York boys play against other states, them dudes play ball, man.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is, and see what I like is dudes from other cities, they play tougher. Like dudes in New York, we know how to play ball, but we play ball. We play the style of play is different. Like we like to show off and look cute on a court, and we got handles and crossovers and but them other guys from them other cities, man, they tougher players. They score a lot more in the paint. A lot of niggas in New York, they shoot a lot of threes. They want to hit you with the nice pass, and it's a different style of play in other cities. And I think New York need that, man, because it pushes our players more. It do. And even I know that for a fact because growing up, when I was in high school, the guys who were considered because one of the top guys in New York went to my school. His name is Gary Irvin.
Okay.
And his pops was a street legend too, far as playing ball. But when he went to college and he started playing other schools, man, he used to get his ass busted. And that comes from being isolated. Like New York is very isolated. Like we only play ball in New York, really. You know what I'm saying? Because we have such a big basketball circuit. You could go through all the five boroughs and play. But in other cities, like they really go out of state and play other teams where New York, it's not really like that too tough. You could just play in your park tournaments, go from park to park to park to park to park. You know what I'm saying? But in other cities, man, them dudes, they travel. They really, really travel. And that's why I think a lot of the AAU players now that's coming to the NBA, they much more well-rounded because they playing other guys from other cities and states. And it heightens their skill level. It makes them want to be better. But when you just playing in your city, come on, man.
right.
You
Well,
you
I
you
what I
constantly playing the same style of play.
right. What I say to that, and I'm a former AAU coach, right? What I say AAU basketball and travel baseball, right? It is very, very, you know what I'm saying, for any young people that might listen back to this. It is very, very, very highly unlikely that you're going to play D1 basketball unless you're in the top 100 before your freshman year. You have to be on the radar coming out of seventh grade, going into eighth grade, and then you have to be in the top 100 to make it. You know what I'm saying? So, what is that percentage? That percentage is about like 0.7%. Not even a whole percent of every high school player that played high school basketball this year go D1, like point 0.7. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people. So, you know, here in Chicago, like you were saying, it's so competitive, right? I mean, at every level. Biddy ball, man, park district ball, church league ball, the 30 and over league, 35 and over, 40 and over. The referees, right? They like 70 years old, fam. They still be playing. You know what I'm saying? They still be playing. So basketball, we got a rich history here in Chicago for producing top rated guards and just players in general. Like if you look at Jabari Parker, look, man, that little boy I shouldn't call him a little boy. He was that good when he was in grammar school. I remember him and Derrick Rose, they went to this grammar school called Beasley, and the coaches do a terrific job there. You know what I'm saying? He was that good in high school. In grammar school. He was dunking in like sixth, seventh grade. You know what I'm saying? Derrick Rose too. Sixth, seventh grade, them niggas was dunking in the warm-ups. You know what I'm saying? So everybody knew that they was that good. But then it's a slew of, all right, and then I'm about to shut up. I'm gonna give you this example, right? JaVale McGee just got traded to the Lakers, right? Right? He from Chicago. A lot of people don't even know that. This dude didn't start on the varsity basketball team until his senior year. And nobody even knew who he was until he got drafted by the Denver Nuggets because he went to a private school. He played in the Catholic League. See what I'm saying? That's how competitive this shit is here in Chicago. A motherfucker could make it to the league and we'd be like, oh yeah, that's old boy that used to play for Kenwood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas is that good. You know what I'm saying? But, of course, sometimes brothers get sidetracked with a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? But, the basketball here is highly competitive. Cleveland got hoopers. South Cali got hoopers. You know what I'm saying? Out there in Dallas, Texas, they got some hoopers. There's some hoopers in Florida like a motherfucker, all up and down Florida. You know what I'm saying? All up and down. And I know it's hoopers in NY, and then it's hoopers in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? That from other places, of course, it's a couple of other places. Like I don't want to front on Washington State. I know they got a great competitive high school league out there. But like those are the main places where hoopers come from, Joe. People don't come just out of the blue no more.
Yeah, I think for me, like I could say this, like in New York, I think the two basketball camps that is Riverside Church and the Gauchos. We never really, New York never really have like an alternate AAU team that travel. That's the only two AAU teams in New York City. I don't know about the league. I think New York State is the same thing. And I think our problem was that we used to have camps that all year round had AAU, but the politics got in the middle of it. And so now we're not part of the 100 no more, not even 200, not the 50, because, then we don't have, it ain't no good coaches no more in New York. There's no good high school coaches. They just let them run up and all that. So the high school, I ain't gonna say there's some high school players, not good high school players in New York. I'm not saying that, but it's the demographics has changed now because now the rest of the country got stronger now, and instead of like we got stronger, the rest of the country got stronger. And like Big Al said that, they play all year round. We used to play all year round, and that's why we're strong, but we just lack off because there's other people, they mess with the finance and you got coaches who want to play with the boys. I'm not gonna be nice to them.
Yeah. It's a lot of factors that go into it. Like even Chicago basketball culture is different now. Like it used to be places where you can go and you gonna get a good game. You know what I'm saying? It used to be Foster Beach. It used to be Columbus Park. It used to be Hayes. It used to be right off of 95th, off of State Street. You know what I'm saying? Inside of the cages, everybody know what I'm talking about. And then it used to be Dawes Park, bro. Dawes Park alone produced at least 25 D1 players in like a 8-year span. You know what I'm saying? Like it was ridiculous. Jerry G, Brian Notary, Kevin Turner, Keith Johnson, Randy Dawes. And these dudes was all D1. real deal players. You know what I'm saying? Randy Brown came up there and had a couple of games, but Foster Beach, bro, man, it was $50 a game. You get in the game. If you lose, you gone because that it was too many nexus. So if you lost, that was it. You know what I'm saying? But if you kept winning, you win 4 games in a row, you walk away with $200. That's how serious the shit was. Nobody play for fun, fam. Niggas play to win here. That's why, like, when we go to any program in the country, it don't matter what country, it don't matter what position you put us at. Shit, we hoopers. We not basketball players. We hoopers, fam. We just go out there and make that shit happen. You need rebounding, I got that. You need somebody to run the team, I got that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? We produce hoopers. We got great coaches, bro. Not good coaches, great coaches. They could like go D1 somewhere and coach, but the history, the legacy it's so rich here, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Simeon, they a public high school. They could go and beat some of them private high schools, Saint Mather and all. They could go and beat them. When N1 came here, they got their ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, man, niggas can hoop here for real. I'm not bragging. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me read these comments before we continue. Big L said Penny, Chris Jackson, Reggie Miller, Tim Duncan, Pat Ewing. Yeah, that's the bench. Big L said Chicago is the realest mecca of basketball. Facts. Big L says some AAU teams all year round. I don't play high school ball anymore, and that is the problem too. They are like New York. We don't play the AU. We play ball over. We play all year round, but there's no AU. There's no direction there, and they need to change that. Okay, P Money said marijuana. I think he's the youngest in Kobe. He will have much time to recover than the Warriors. He made the best move could be. I don't know what he's talking about. Big L said Kevin Garnett is from Chicago also. Yeah, that's true. Nick Anderson's from Chicago. That is true. K's in Chicago, truth, yeah. Big L's King High School. P Money said Big L think it's everywhere now. Big cities aren't the only place they can find talent nowhere. And you know, before we continue, that is so true now. Because if you look at the D1 schools, I'm talking about the lower part of D1 schools, they getting these top 100 players. That's just like Coach Stevens in Celtics when he coached at Butler. He was winning. He started winning those games for 8 or 9 years because he was picking up top 100 players, top 50 players that wasn't really noticed, and he make them as NBA players. And so that is an excellent point. You can go ahead, DS1. You can go ahead.
Well, I definitely like where the conversation is going. Um, but yeah, as far as super teams, man, I feel like we could constantly create super teams. We could create different teams all night, man. I really don't I really don't know if I could create another one right now, but um damn, I would say if I was to create a super team like of um just a all out elite starting five, I guess.
Mhm.
Um that would be hard to do, man, because I'm a guy, as I got older and I start to really look at the game, and I started to look at the game in a different way. And I don't think it's just about a person's skill. It's more about who they match up against. Like we was talking about earlier, two-way players. I think one of the best two-way guards right now is Russell Westbrook. I feel like he played both ends of the court. He played good defense and he could score
Mm.
and he could pass the ball. I think he's a two-way player. Steph is a semi two-way player because he be getting steals and shit too. Um, um, LeBron's a two-way guard. He played both ends of the court.
Mhm.
So it's still a couple guys, man, that are two-way players. You know, if y'all want to touch on that, y'all could touch on that. You know, but I definitely think them three, they are two-way players, man,
Mhm.
especially in their position.
Oh man, I wholeheartedly agree. And like me, I watch basketball, I guess, more from a different perspective because I coach, and plus I used to play, so one of my favorite two-way players in the game is Damian Lillard, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean the man, he plays so hard, that shit, it inspire you. It make you say, man, after the game, like, fuck that, man, I'm about to go shoot some free throws, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how hard that man plays. So I love watching him play. You know what I'm saying? I it's a bunch of guys that I look at, but he jumped to mind right away. A younger Chris Paul, man, that guy was dynamic, playing both ways. But current players, guys specialize so much now that, well, like, you can't even look at somebody and say individually they would have to go above and beyond, like a Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? They would have to go above and beyond. But you can clearly see that Golden State, they have a great defensive philosophy, team philosophy. Like those Bulls teams that was playing with Derrick Rose, they had a great defensive philosophy. They was a defensive team. But like, think about it. What team in the NBA right now, they're a defensive team. They known to play tough defense. What team is that? I'll
Um,
wait. Yeah.
I
Nobody.
think my team play good defense. The Spurs.
Yeah. The Spurs gonna be a shell of them. I mean, no disrespect to Popovich. I'm sure he gonna be able to bring it together probably mid-season, but they gonna be a shell of themselves come next year with all of the losses. They got a great defensive philosophy. You know what I'm saying? That's like a legacy there at the Spurs now. They got a great defensive philosophy. But those are the teams that routinely win. That's what I'm saying. And defense is not a it's not something that people focus on in today's NBA, if you ask me. So that's why I feel like um, no matter what LeBron numbers may be, his impact on the game won't be as great as Jordan because defense. What everybody knew, that was an emphasis for every team. You know what I'm saying? Defense in Jordan's NBA. And so because that was a focus and he still went out and did what he did, you gotta give it to him. You know what I mean? You gotta give it to him as the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Where, like, it shouldn't even be an argument in people's minds, if you ask me.
That's a good point. And I think on one of our past shows too, we was talking about that, like some of the ways on how the game has changed. And
Yeah.
that's one of the biggest things. Like a lot of those guys, they I wouldn't say that they don't find defense to be important. It's just that you don't really see it within the game, because like if you watch a older game, guys still scored 100 points, but it was a lot harder. It wasn't like you had a team just scoring 120 points a night. Like
Mhm.
like back in the day, Steph and them wouldn't have been averaging 110 points a game. James Harden and them wouldn't have been averaging 100 points a game. It was much harder, much harder, and it was because those guys played tougher defense.
That's true.
Yeah, shooting all them 5 and 6 threes in your face. You know, somebody on Golden State would have got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Imagine them trying to run the score up on a Detroit Pistons team. You know what I'm saying? Or that 08, 09 Celtics team. It would have been a fight, man. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a goddamn fight, bro. It would have been a fight. You know?
Yeah, I think like an NBA, you know, it's definitely is a change because like me and Ds1, we did talk about this. Like, man, I think it was a month ago. The way how they play, you'll be small ball. It's not like the big man go down, you throw it to him, and he goes score, or there's a double, you kick it out, you move a ball around, and also on defense, it ain't hardly no one-on-one defense no more. Everything is like zone, and and I'm not saying they ain't play no zone better. It was, but it was a strong zone. It was this light zone right now. It's like you don't move your feet. You don't hardly move lateral. And that's why you see some block shots that people just you got some of them they get easy layups and stuff like that. And I'm not saying and I guess the NBA 10, 11 years ago there's people could I guess the sponsors complain about, this is slow. We gotta open it up. It's gotta be more scoring. And so that's when you start see, guys come overseas. You see big men shooting threes now. And you see some players now they shoot threes and stuff like that. And I guess that, their career could last longer. For me, I'm like old school. Listen, you got a midget on you. Listen, he's 6'8", you 6'11". We gonna milk you. He got to stop. If it's a double, be ready, kick it out. Come for the blaster, drop step any side, do whatever. This is how we going to do. And then if it's an ISO, a big man up top, no pick, go at him. And so I miss those times. I really do. I miss those days of basketball. I'm not saying basketball right now. Sometimes I cringe. But it's all like I always say, you gotta learn to adapt with the times and stuff. I like how San Antonio played. I always like San Antonio play throughout the years because they always had somebody who can go inside and also somebody can go outside. And they always, and each of them players, they are playmakers. And even people come off the bench. And I like that, So what y'all think about that?
Yeah, I don't want to take away from today's NBA. Like I said, these guys are highly skilled, and I know that they are the best of the best players in the world. I know that, for a fact, But I love the style of basketball. I just wish that defense was more emphasized, and I think that teams that like if a Philly team developed that identity, if that Philly team just how they built right now, maybe add another piece over the summer. Um, if they can make defense an emphasis, they're gonna go further. You know what I mean? The Celtics, they have a great defensive philosophy. You know what I'm saying? But and it's somewhat of their identity. Philly got to develop that identity on the defensive end, and I think they can. I think they can get there. I think they can.
Well, I definitely agree with both of y'all, and I feel like that should be our topic for next week, bro. We should talk about some of the how the NBA policies and stuff affect the game. and how, you know, certain things that the owners and things implemented for the game to change. Because I believe everybody could see how the game has changed. So I think that's something, you know, we should talk about next week. You
Yeah,
know, if you up to that.
yeah. I was talking. Yeah, we was talking about that when we very first started the show. We didn't really get into it, but we do. We do talk about. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, I love that because we have to talk about the politics about it too. Yeah, we have to, and the certain effect that it has on the NBA, even in college too. We cannot leave out college and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read out the chat, and your brother stay right there, and you're gonna have your last remarks, and I'm gonna close this out. This is a great show. Bon, thanks for coming. Marquita, thank you for coming. Shani Cat, thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. Show me she stays sleep love. No name Rose, as always. Thank you so much, Yahweh Yahshua. Thanks for coming. Sister Lovey K, we got you. We talk about UFC. We're gonna talk more about it. We promise you in the near future. And nope, can't say that. Nope, can't say that. All right, Casimir G, as always, my brother. Thanks a lot, family. Nikki, as always, thank you. Zeus the Flipper One, thanks for coming. I get to you, brother Robin, a few. Robert Brown, as always, thanks for coming. Come back. I think I got everybody. Oh, P Money for LDBC. Thanks for coming. Thanks for your support as always. See, that's not it. See, you're stuck now. See. I see. Thanks for coming, my sister, as always. See. Big L, thank you as always. I think that. Oh, let me hit this. Oh, hold on, let me hit this. Oh, Dial Skill said, P Shaw advocate that sports show stay with underrated dog and she stay sleep and salute bros. Thank you. And Big L says, great show, fellas. As always, Dial Skills, man, waiting for you to get you on the panel one Monday, bro. But always thank for your constant support, Dial Skills. Support my brother. He be on Israel Doctrine channel. They be bringing some truthful heat. What's going on in our community and stuff. And also he do other. So support my brother. And he be on Israel Doctrine Reload, and also support my brother Israel Doctrine. Everybody else be a part of that. Okay, Big L said, great show, fellas. Thank you as always, Big L. And brothers, your last remarks, either one, doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I was thinking about going live in the next few minutes just to talk about my trip to NY. So
Okay.
I ain't gonna be long. I ain't gonna be long, but yeah, I was thinking about it. But other than that, man, peace to both of y'all, good brothers.
Okay. Hold on, brother Rob. Don't go here. Brother Rob is gonna go on live in a few minutes. He gonna, like you say, he gonna talk about on the trip and everything. And so let's support the brother. You know, he had an outstanding trip. He talked a little about it on my channel last night. Also, last night we also had fun. Brother Rob was on there, and let me see. Hold on for 1 second, family. Let me see what's up. I did part 1 and 2, family. Do we stop our children from being grown-ups? That's part 1, and I did part 2 last night of the fellowship. That's when the panel came. Panel was on, and we had an excellent participation. Brother Rob talked about it. That's when he talked about the trip of NYC and everything. So join my brother Rob. All right, DS.
Um, Shout out to my brother Rob for coming through, supporting the show. Um, Shout out to everybody in the chat for coming through and supporting. Also, tonight, around 9:30, 10 o'clock, tune in to Gab Talk Media. I will be being interviewed by brother Gab. So y'all go over there and support Gab Talk Media. I'll be being interviewed over there around 9:30, 10 o'clock. So definitely go over there and check that out also. But after this, make sure y'all go. If y'all haven't yet, make sure y'all go subscribe to Brother Rob so y'all can get the notification when he go live and check the brother out. So we appreciate all the love and the support for the Underrated Sports Show, for my brother JT, for me, and love is love, y'all.
All right. That's good. Stay right there, brother. I want y'all to subscribe to Brother Rob. I want you to subscribe to She Stay Sleep. Subscribe to me, yours truly, and subscribe to everybody else in the chat. Subscribe and participate. And like I say, before you hear what the brother's saying, Brother Rob is going to do something powerful. And after that, Gabe Talk Media is going to interview our good brother, D to the S to the 1. That's between 9:30 and 10, right? Am I right, brother?
Yeah, he gonna interview me tonight.
All right, so between 9:30 and 10, let's stay tuned to that and everything. And like I said, drop a comment or two of part 1 and part 2. Family, do we stop our children being grown-ups? Drop a line or two. Let's get them likes, let's get them views up and drop a comment. And on that note, we are Ghost. Peace. Ghost.